Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 36 of TerraFirmaPunk. I'm here on Grimcore's TFPunk'd server. I'm a little bit tired. You might be able to hear it in my voice. I'm sorry. Doing my best to keep up on these episodes here. I just wanted to show you what I've been up to. I kind of just reached a decision about what I need to do next. And it centers around all of this stuff. We've got all of our blast furnaces. Well, they're set up. We did that last episode. Just show those again quickly, because if you haven't seen that, the rest of this is not going to make sense. Got our blast furnaces. I've been running some high carbon steel through here. These should be getting extracted. Why you no work? Interesting. Okay, I need to figure this out. But basically, I've got these blast furnaces set up. Oh, my whale is reset because we've upgraded to 1.0.6. Let's just fix that quickly so it's not in our face the whole episode. There we go. I also upgraded my graphics drivers, hoping that it would fix this blue problem, and it hasn't worked. So seriously, I don't know what to do about it. If any of you guys know what might be causing this, please let me know. I'm really open to suggestions at the moment. But anyway, I kind of set all this up. I tried to get it all automated. I'm a little bit surprised that this isn't working, because it worked before I went away for the weekend. The way it's supposed to work, although I'm going to have to do some figuring out off camera, it seems like, is these pipes extract all the stuff out of those blast furnaces, and it sends all the items down, and I've got those clay insertion pipes on the back, and it automatically inserts it into these drawers here. I made a bunch of storage drawers, just as a quick and dirty way of automating it. I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess that the power is missing from those cables. Is this thing? Yeah, that's running, but it's not. Oh yeah, that's what it is. It should work, except that the only power hooked up to those wires at the moment is from the boilers, and obviously they're not running at the moment. And I started getting this stuff together to maybe make another windmill on this side, and I think that's what I'm going to do. You can tell I kind of blocked this off to make space for the arc furnace on the inside. This is me just doing like little random bits and pieces, and before I knew it, I'd actually planned out quite a lot of stuff, which is why I thought I should cut back in and show you guys. The arc furnace is going to go in here, decent little space for it, but it means I had to sacrifice that doorway, so we're going to have one big entrance, and then maybe some like little doorways like in the back there. But I'm kind of... I've got most of the stuff for that windmill. I went and farmed a bunch of cloth. I wonder if I've actually got this stuff set up in here. It's been a while since I've been on. There we go. Got all this tough fabric made up. I can use this to make up some windmills. I think all I need is, yeah, a bunch of these windmill blades now. So I think I might do that anyway, just so we get a little bit of low-level power. But kind of what I want to do this episode is upgrade our power generation in general, and there's a few ways of doing that. I did think about making a ton of windmills, but I think it'd look stupid if we had too many of them. There's these water wheels as well, and this recipe is horrific. This is dirt cheap. You just need creosote oil and basically just wood. Bunch of wood, a little bit of beeswax, and some creosote oil gives you these water wheels. You could easily get a ton of power just by stacking these things up. So I thought about doing them, but this isn't really about eco-friendly power, right? I don't know, water wheels seem a little bit too friendly. I don't mind having a couple of windmills to power like pipes, but I don't want wind power from my machines. I want something a little bit more intense. And I was messing around, and I kind of remembered that we had all these like lava fields out here. And so I think it would be kind of fitting for Cog Hollow if we made use of these lava fields we've got out here for our power generation. So to do what I want to do for that, and I'm hoping it'll work, I need to get blue steel. And so that's kind of what I'm working on right now. I just fired up the crucibles. These are probably running low on power now. Yeah, they are. Yeah, the copper's all melted. Just need to melt down the silver to make some sterling silver. Then I'll get the rest of the stuff together, because I think I'm probably... Oh, we've got some black steel. I might have to make up a little bit more. I'll find out in a bit. I'm going to get this blue steel made, and then we can carry on with the rest of this episode. So, I'll see you guys in just a sec. This is always the really scary part. I think I've got the mixture here for 30 ingots of blue steel. Doing the black steel last, this is the painful part. Well, I guess pulling it out is the other painful part. There aren't many parts of making colored steel that aren't painful. I don't think there's any way of automating the production of these. Even with all these powered machines, you're going to have to keep making it in the crucible. But it's fine. Hopefully I don't have to do it too often. Last one. Come on. Come on. Please work. Yes, weak blue steel. Okay, so I'm just going to be pulling these out of here, and then I guess I'll cut back in. We'll make our bucket. I'll see you guys in just a sec. Okay, the weather's pretty bad. It's a new day. I had to go to bed last night. I was pretty tired, and I also realized that I needed to make more black steel, so I've made that, and I've used up all of it to make up this blue steel. I've got a couple of ingots heating up. Guess they'll take a little bit longer still, because I want to make a blue steel bucket. We need to move lava around. We need something to put it in as well, so I've started making these tanks. They're actually pretty easy. Literally just basalt bricks and chipped gems. I mean, we've been stockpiling those since we started mining, and we've been doing a lot of that this playthrough. But I've just fired up the thingamajigger. Yeah, there we go, powering through. Gonna get a whole bunch of these. And then we're going to go and we're going to do a little bit of conquering of those lava pools. Oh, I need some more chipped gems. Let's grab some. Want as many of these as possible because I have no idea how much. Oh, these lamps are so bright. We're going to redo the lighting. Don't worry, guys. That'll do. I have no idea how much lava is in those pools, and we might actually grab some more. And what we're going to be doing... Put you in there. Should work. Yeah, cool. Is we're going to be making caps lock thermoelectric generators. Now I've tested these and they do seem to work, but weirdly they don't work with vanilla water and lava. You have to use the TFC liquids. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to reorganize those lava pools so we can get a bunch of power out of these thermoelectric generators. And I did notice as well, there's a magnetic craft version of this, which is actually way, way cheaper to make. Although I guess a little bit more finicky. It depends on how you look at it. So eventually we're going to be building magnetic craft machines as well, and so we can continue the theme. I think they'll work probably a similar way, and we can just continue our field of lava power, lava generation around the base. This weather... So the lightning hit over there. Yeah, let's just see if this is ready. Let's see if this is ready, and if not, I'll take a cut. Oh, it's ready. I'm almost afraid of this. I'm going to try and do this on camera. Let's give it a go. You in here. Weld. I think I need a sheet. Yeah. Which version are you going to be? Okay, got our sheet, and then we want a bucket. This will be interesting. Oh, look at that, we got it. Lava bucket, ho! There's a Zisto reference right there. Okay, well, I'm gonna wait for this rain to clear, and actually, I'm probably gonna go to work in a minute. So I'll get organized here, and then when I get back later, I'll try and finish off this episode, because otherwise we won't have anything for tomorrow. So I'm gonna get to work, and I'll catch you guys in just a bit. Alrighty guys, I survived a day at work, just about. I'm kind of like drinking my coffee at the moment, trying to stay awake. My plan was to get an enormous, massive infrastructure set up for this episode, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I'm struggling to get this episode out on time. But the plan is to at least get some functional power generation going. So to that end, I'm making a whole bunch of constant tan? Yeah, so it's just copper and nickel. Thankfully, we've got absolutely tons of that. I'm going to make 2 big batches up here. So I need like another 12 ingots of nickel. Yep. Oh, one more. go terribly, terribly wrong. Don't mix metals when you're tired. And I left Sheep with the task of gathering us some lava while I was working away today, and he seems to have done a pretty good job. Yeah, good job, Sheep. I knew I could trust you. He does keep vanishing mysteriously, but I'm grateful that he's stuck this out. Something about fire and lava. He seems to be okay with working on projects that involve those things. So yeah, we've got that stuff. I just wanted to check in and tell you what I'm up to. I think Grim's online. He's gonna want me to sleep in a bit. He's watching for when his olives are gonna fruit and he can gather them. He's given me a sapling here because I said I would plant it. At least if I'm on, if this tree's in the middle, I've replaced the butterfly. Don't know where that just went. If this is in the middle of my base, I can't miss it when it's in bloom, right? And then I can go and I can harvest his olives as well. We both need it to make the laser assembly tables. For some reason, every other recipe, you can use either olive oil or creosote oil, but for the laser stuff, you have to use olive oil, and I don't really know why, so we're both going to need tons of this stuff. So team effort, we'll get that going. He has also given me, I don't know where I put it, seeds, probably? Sugarcane seed, and I think I can get one of these from Request Reward as well. He's just finished building his like, saloon, and I've promised that I will help him stock it. So I've got an age-old family recipe handed down to me from the founders of Cog Hollow, and we're gonna brew some of that up for him. But we need those sugarcane seeds, and we need to get a ton of sugarcane first. So I'm gonna keep working on this. I'm gonna sleep through the night. Because I'm gonna have to pump these bellows to melt the rest of the nickel, and I will cut back in when we've actually got our resources together, and I can I could show you what we're going to do with these things. See you in a bit, guys. Okay, we're nearly there. I really love this metal press. It's pretty useful. We're making a whole bunch of this low voltage wiring, wire coils or whatever they're called for starters. I've got a bunch of my copper in here working through. It's going to produce those, and then we're going to need to turn a bunch of this constantan into plates, and we're going to, for starters, make 8 of these thermoelectric generators, although 816, I need 24 steel. Hopefully I've got enough. I think I do downstairs. And we are going to put it, we're going to take it from that yucky natural lava pool over there, and we're going to create our own man-made lava power generation farm area. I'll come up with a better name with it another time. Just around the corner here. And if I can get, 8 of these is going to give us 232 RF per tick. It's not going to fill this whole thing. We're just going to do a small section of it, then expand it. And 2 of these sort of pits here is going to give us close enough to 2000 RF per tick. And that, I think, should do us for quite some time. I'm just thinking about that arc furnace, though. It's going to be absolutely eating power, so we need to have a sustainable way of producing quite a lot of it. Let's just go... Actually, we're going to need this lava as well. Let's go pick this up. Might as well move it over while we're waiting for those wire coils to finish. Oh, Sheep's disappeared again. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm sure we'll find him eventually. We've got our lava. Let's get this placed over here. We're going to need it very soon. I think, yeah, I've got my buckets on me. Colored steel buckets, which are non-cheaty. Wolf got mad at me after the Blaze Farm episode. Apparently I shouldn't be using the liquid drainer. I thought because it was still craftable that it was allowed. Turns out it's only in there because it can't be disabled. Yeah. Whoops. Oh, that actually reminds me, while I'm poking away at these logs. If I forget to do this, you guys are going to have to remind me, but Maze actually has a really good tutorial video for how to turn these logs into round ones, and it looks really, really cool. I was actually using it for a little while before I realized that I've been using them in places like this, and if I turn them into round logs, there's gaps between the logs and the glass. But I'll put a a card. So in the top right of the screen right now, you should see a link to the video showing how to do that. She gives you the exact commands for enabling that, and I think it adds a little something something. Just do it before it's too late. Do it before you build too much of your base up. Let's see how these wires are doing. I think we're gonna have to swap over to some plates. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is all done. In fact, well, no, let's do this first. Trying to do too many things at once. I think this is the plate mold. Yep. Pop you in here, put you away, and then drop all of this in. I need to get some more parts made for these stinking things, so I want to take all of that around like so. Is this going to work? Maybe it doesn't have enough power yet. We're trying to do too many things at once. I'm basically trying to make a bunch of these copper wire coils. And I guess I can get the steel ready while we're waiting as well. So 24 steel. Let's make sure we have enough. I think we have just enough for that. But this is the thing. I need power to speed up the production of metal. And I need to spend the time going and mining and bring it back, grind it all up, which takes power, feed it into those, which take coal coke. We're going to need a way of getting tons of that for the ore processing, I think. Which one of these is steel? I need to upgrade these as well because they're overflowing. This would have steel. Yeah, I think that's it there. So that's going to go into our bag. I said 24, didn't I? Cool, that's what we need for that. Should probably grab a sandwich while we're here. Nom 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 nom. Oh, the olives are ready. This is an extra one because that leaf just grew. We've got our olives, or rather, Grim has his olives. Obviously, he's been doing all the work farming the things. I'm just hoping to mooch off of his olive farm once he's finished with them. But yeah, I think he's hopefully got at least some of what he needs. We might have to wait for another harvest before he can finish whatever he's working on. Yeah, this is going to take some time, isn't it? I was trying to do this without having to cut again because I'm aware that I've made like a million cuts this episode. But I will do one more. I'll wait for all these materials to process and all the parts to finish crafting. And then I will cut back in and we'll finish laying this all out and hooking everything up. So I'll see you guys in just a sec. Success! Oh, by some miracle, I actually counted correctly. We've got the right number of components there. I've got 8 of these thermoelectric generators, so I think that should be plenty to get us started with. I'm just going to put these down. I really was surprised that these actually worked. Maybe I'm jinxing myself a little bit here now. But yeah, like I say, in creative, they definitely worked. I just had to use the TFC liquids, which seemed a little bit backwards to me. I thought I was going to have to try and get the vanilla lava and water for them to detect anything. Now, normally you're supposed to use like packed ice, because the way these work is they take the difference between the hot and cold liquids on either side of them, and they convert that into power. So usually you want something like lava and then something like ice, but they don't detect the seller's ice, so you have to basically stick with lava and water, which is why they don't produce as much power as they could. But 29 RF per tick per item, they're really not that expensive. 3 steel, now that we've got automated ore production, not a big deal. Copper, a bit of iron for the copper wire coils. And Constantan, we've got tons of nickel, tons of copper. I've got more nickel to process even, so that's not an issue either. And once I've got up to the 2 pods of these, and we're producing around 2,000 or so RF per tick. The most power that the low voltage cables can take is 2,048 RF per tick. So that's why I've kind of done it this way. If we ever need more power than that, we'll have to upgrade to a medium voltage grid. And I might do that eventually anyway if we have to transfer power long distances, because we're going to lose some power alongside. Oh, Grim is here. Ooh, some spare olive tree saplings. I'll get those planted. I can actually contribute a little bit. But yeah, I think this will do us for now, and at least to get started, we can use this power to produce, to help us process the metal to make the rest of these, and then move onwards and so forth. I've got this kind of sunk down a little bit. because I want to put glass over top of the lava and the water. Because we can't use packed ice or anything, the water, and we have to use the TFC liquids, the water's going to freeze over as soon as it gets to winter, and it feels like it's always winter here. So I'm hoping that if I cover them up with something, and I think glass would look cool, that'll fix that problem. But let's get these things down. So let's do the water first, just because it's going to be easier if I mess up. And you can kind of just do rows of this, I think. You. And you. The wiring I might have to get a little bit creative with, because this is the problem with having them recessed like this. I'm going to have to try and get the cables through the other blocks. But yeah, what can you do? Right, lava. Carefully, like that. And there's going to be sulfur everywhere. Oh, I'm going to get killed by this for sure. Okay. So this one here is functioning. I'm just going to fill the rest of these in and hook up the wiring, and then I'll show you guys the finished product. So one sec. And there we go. Excuse the slightly derpy wiring for now. I'll come up with something better. I want to kind of have it meeting in the middle and, you know, a big sort of web of wire and then leading to a central point. But you can see it's working because they've got power in the connectors here. Like say 29 RF per tick per thermoelectric generator, and now I shouldn't really need to be running those boilers at all anymore. I mean, these are already producing more power than all of those steam engines put together. So that is it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm going to keep working on this between episodes and see how far we can get, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.